Hello, Superman Show here, and today I'm back with Danganronpa. Well, time to begin the investigation. First, these look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I really like it. I feel like I've seen something like this, like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Okay, not the body. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Okay. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. And the top half of the body is wet. Okay. That's because it got set on fire and threw water on it. Since I only threw water on that part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Okay. The wet jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece. Okay. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I've dumped a bucket on it, of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? This. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? I got burned, so I can make out the whole thing. I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Okay. Yep. The knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be a knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to grab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then, and if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Okay, is that all I have to discover about the body? Okay, this. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Okay. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right. No, what's wrong? There's only 4 chickens in here now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Okay. This. Just to be sure, I should take a look in the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dry. And dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Okay, can I leave this area? Okay, I didn't. Maybe I should just talk to people. Good timing, Makoto. I want to talk to you. What do you want to talk to me about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? Telling the truth, I was in my room. But I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Okay. Can I leave now? Gotta talk to someone else. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Asahina? Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. And there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Well, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Okay. Well, the only one I can talk. No, I don't want to explain this again.
Okay.
Yasuhiro. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and
Serious.
oh well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what time this morning to help me remember when it was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That's right, around 7:30. Wait. You met up with Hina 30 minutes after you left your room. The dining hall is not that far from your room. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Okay, now can I leave? Yes. I think I've checked everything in this area. I mean, but I'm done now. There are some other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's something I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. I'm gonna ask. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class show. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room. I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Fine, find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then, in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. like how it does not even tell me what area. Okay, but I do know what area, so. Hey, where did Miyaki even go? Oh, okay. I have no idea where he went. Yeah, he's like not even in the school anymore. Okay. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Oh, last time I checked, he was not in the garden. But he is now. Okay then. Do you think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
I want to check out Kyoko's room. You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Okay, this investigation might be quick as well. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Okay. So this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a woodlock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go into. The dojo?
Such ignorance.
Okay, well, talk to Byakuya, I guess.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some clues here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious, that's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh, what's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it up yet. Oh, don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and I look inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it mean? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I looked at the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78. Senate Registry. Mikuru Ikosaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mikuru Ikosaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, okay. This must be the blink that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mikuru Ikosaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist turned into every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament, and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japan's media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Okay. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group? This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different it is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh, you recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from this one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Oh, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player. And a bit player is becoming our hero. Huh, it's you. What have you got in your pretty little hands?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out
now.
me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing in here. But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and then devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know?
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable you're quite adamant about those regulations of yours? Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school's headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well.
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something, interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got here, got together in the main hallway. Back when there was 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There were actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 then?
Mukuro Ikusa, the 16th student, the one they called Watch Out for.
The 16th student, Mukuru Ikusabe. She's part of the school killing line. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, the killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that that's all you get. Okay. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, still on the back of her hand. The tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 15 students, right? Which means Mikuru was a student
That's
here.
right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mikuru is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mikuru is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mikuru is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps
possible.
she's the only one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuru is the killer. She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuru Ikusaba isn't a culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuru, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
In other words,
Mukuru giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuru isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuru and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuru isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places I need to investigate. Okay. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? Okay. There are wooden lockers here. Okay. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of the lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on the locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made out of titanium, which means they're quite strong, despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else in the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all in the locker. The locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps Byakuya. Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to Net's location. What Net's location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Finrar. You mean the mercenary group that Mukuru was part of. But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of infos that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Finrir somewhere in here. Somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the back in the shelf. Right. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in his hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I might have no idea what it says. What language is this? How'd you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Finrir is an elite fighting unit. based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets that they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply employed it.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality these people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable and unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out to you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, it said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that there are a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Okay.
Time is up. It damn it.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Well, Byakuya and Makoto showed up here together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high school enough for you guys to go all together? Just the two of you? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here? Or what?
What?
Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the ones making me wait. Us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
Hey, the music's playing. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive. No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Makinuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
Went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor.
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras up there. So I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I couldn't. I also missed his because of that. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you all late waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to.
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used the Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her, that's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So, why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, that's it all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clanking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with participating for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was a blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. This time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills!
Let's get the show on the road. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly cholesterol. Well, I'm going to end the video off here. See you guys in the next one. Bye.